got the clean shave, clean bean, jelly
Hey,
fiend.
hey,
Go ahead.
sports guru, man. You know this thing that started. You know, I just want to ask you this question: when
Yes,
your
sir.
adopted son goes down 2-0, I mean 0-2,
Here we
what you
go.
gonna do?
And you know what Pat Riley used to say? Because you're young, you still, you're a nice man and everything. I love you. You're my brother, from another mother and all that. But you know what Pat Riley used to say? Let me educate you, young man. Do you
I'm
know
ready
what
to be
Pat Riley
educated.
used to say?
What do you
Okay,
say?
he used to say the series don't start until somebody wins on the other guy's home court, player. It don't even start.
Oh, okay.
It don't even start, man. Come
Are we
on.
live yet?
We are
Okay.
live. We are
Hey,
live.
we live and in color. And I'm
That's right. We are in
educating.
color.
I'm educating them out here on Ignorant Thinkers podcast. I'm the sports guru, baby, and we live. We live and in color.
Sharon, you gotta mute one of yourselves now, goddamn.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
know.
know.
I'm
I'm
getting
getting
out.
that.
Relax. Relax.
Got the echo going. People gonna be nervous around here. This
Oh,
is playoff Tuesday, baby. This is how we do, baby.
well, all right.
Light Skin Sunday just passed by. Got to see El DeBarge, Prince and the
Michael
Revolution,
Jackson.
Michael Jackson, or you know what? Let me start the music so I start the show. This is gonna be good. It's finna be good.
We got two women in the house. Oh, shit. Who's going to take over tonight?
Make sure y'all like and share the show. Tag it to everybody you know, baby. Put in every one of them sports groups. It's time to get the message out.
Jonathan McNabb. Who you got? Who you with?
You already know.
Who's that, Bruno Mars? Who you got? Where you going? What you doing? ah.
Hey, sports guru, man. Yeah, we up in here. You know what day it is. So don't act like you don't know what we gonna do today. Playoff basketball going on. It's Tuesday. Ryan Thomas is in the building.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
All right, we got the sports guru in the house.
Hey.
We got King Czar in the building.
Really good.
We got Sharon, the chocolate girl, in the house.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
And we also have Karen in the house.
You already know.
Right.
The
All right,
University of Georgia.
Karen.
Anybody actually start that college shit? Anybody actually start that? See, just talk your ish now. Now listen. Now let me let everybody know. Now this is a very special Talk Your Ish Tuesday. Let me give a shout out to my girl Trisha Joy. She couldn't be here today. You know we really
Trisha.
presents. You know what I mean. But it's a very
Well,
special Talk Your Ish Tuesday because last year around this time, TMW came in the house, came to team up with us. Two MW came in the house to team up with us and do a show. And they, I'm not gonna lie, they came and they knocked the house down. And
Yes,
I liked everything they did. We did 2 shows back to back, 5-hour shows, almost 5,000 views. It was nothing but a great time. But that was a year ago today, and you know, that was the first time we met Sharon, the chocolate girl, and she been rocking with us ever since because she loved the way we do what we do, baby. You understand what I'm saying? But Sharon, what was your experience like back then, a year ago from today?
It was fun. It was fun. You know, if anybody has ever watched my show with Trisha Joy, it was Trisha's show. She invited me on with her. That's how it got started. She's the founder of 2MW, 2 Minute Warning, Sports 360. And she has started this show, Out of Your League, just me and her. And if anybody's ever watched us on our show, we vibe really well together, even at those times when we got mad at each other. And we would talk before the show and argue and debate, but then we would come up on the show and then we had synergy, even when we didn't agree. And we loved doing the show together. So when you invited us on, quite naturally, we said yes. And it happened to be about a subject matter that we agreed on. So we were able to shut all the fellas down discussing whether or not college athletes should be paid. And we shut it down. If we didn't shut it down, there's no way 5,000 people would have been watching. It wouldn't, 5,000 views wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. See.
So we did shut it down.
And
nobody could handle us that day. And I'm not saying this in a braggadocious, arrogant way, but nobody could shut us down that day. We were on and popping.
Oh, well, no, I'll let you finish.
No, that was it. We were on and popping. I enjoyed it. I thank you so much for doing that, for having us on.
Ron Thomas, how did you feel about that show about a year ago today?
I love it. It brought a lot of energy. And we heard how from the females,
right,
what they view of the whole topic. Right. And we took notes. And they gave us the business.
They gave us the business. But that was one of them ass whoopings, I'm not gonna lie, that I actually wanted.
Right.
It was see to me it was like me and Ron was looking for our show to go in a new direction. So we was looking for a female to come on the show. We've been looking for a while. And we kept looking around, see if we could get one. We couldn't seem to get one when nobody do it. Shout out to Donovan Samuels, my guy D-Mac, Pop Fly Podcast. He came through and he said, I got a female for you. And I was like, all right, let's go. Bring her. Are we ready? Mm-hmm. And, I was getting rumbles. About another guy about, not going to mention no names, about how much popularity he brings, how much your show will be better if he's on there, how many views you'll get when he's there. So I was getting those notes. Those are the vibes I was getting. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a bigger show without him than I'm going to have with him. And just to prove y'all wrong, because y'all are riding his coattail a little too hard. And I can show you better than I can tell you. That was my whole thing. And that was nothing but a success to show them exactly, I did better numbers when I was with the ladies. everything is about the ladies, and I always appreciate having ladies on. I ain't got nothing against. I love the ladies. Love the movement that y'all going in. Love the ladies what they doing. Like I said a year ago today, that was a great show, and I'm glad that the Chocolate Girl stuck around with us. Trisha Joy, she still kicks in with us from time to time, and we keep this thing moving. And went from introduction to being a great partnership. That's what it went from to me, and I enjoy every bit of it.
Well, I miss Trisha. I wish she could have come on tonight. That's my girl. She knows she's got my heart. That's my girl. Even when we disagree on Luke Walton and Kevin Durant and some other people, we do disagree. And people are always shocked when we disagree. They're like, y'all disagreeing right now? But we prove you can disagree and still be friends. And you can also disagree and be respectful. And we are very respectful of each other for the most part. We are. So, again, shout out to 2MW Sports 360. Shout out to Donovan Samuels and Trisha Joy, the Trisha Joy. And if she's hearing me and wants to come on, please come on, Trisha. We would love to have you.
Yes. But besides that, you know, that was it's now been a year since Sharon has been on with us, and it's been nothing but success. I want to thank you for coming on to the team, Sharon, and teaching us different things that we need to know on how to be better as a show.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes.
Glad to do it. Y'all top notch.
All right. Now that I got that out the way, time to ruffle some feathers in this joint. All right. Time to ruffle some feathers. There's some LeBron fans out there that are getting a little bit nervous. And my guy, the sports guru, I don't want you as a father to be throwing him out because he's over 18. All right. All right. I just want to let you know. I don't want you to be throwing him out. But don't be surprised if your son goes down 0-2 tonight. His time is up. Their time is now.
Here we go.
Yeah. Your son's about to get sun. That's what was about to happen.
Oh.
Just saying.
Go ahead, speak, Damon.
I'm just saying. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, killing him. Ayton, killing them.
I do have something to say about Ayton. But
is it my turn?
Go ahead, Damon.
It's your turn. It's your turn.
While I get my notes. Go right ahead, Mr.
Is this the beginning of the end for LeBron James? I'm just saying.
First of all, let me say to you, brother Dennis, my brother from another mother. You know, I told you before the show started that the great Pat Riley, and I'm not a big fan of Pat, but I respect all he's done with basketball. How could I not? He always used to say the series has never started or it doesn't start until someone wins on the other guy's home court, because all you've done is really hold serve. So for you new jacks, you know, or you youngins out there, learn a little bit about the game, first of all.
Okay?
So that's number one. To Karen, she's right. I thought Ayton, you know, who I've been high on all year. I remember when the Lakers played them early in the year. You know, the coach had a small on Ayton, and he was killing us. I mean, it was just ridiculous. You cannot play a small on Ayton. You cannot. And I thought it was ridiculous that he was trying to do so, Frank Vogel. And I thought Vogel learned, but the truth of the matter is, if AD is going to come out and play like as pathetic as he was, we're going to lose. We're going to go home. But as LeBron said the other night, you know, anytime this man has had a bad game and he's taken upon himself to say and take ownership, he's come out and played a great game. So great players respond, and I expect them to respond. As far as what else? I mean, you know, you guys, you know, you be LeBron haters all you want, and as far as Dennis is concerned about, you know, this stuff about, you know, disowning my child. Look, my natural born daughter is 25 years old, and last time I checked, she's still in my goddamn pocket. All right. You know, and I'm not trying to brag, but got her 2021 Hyundai Kona paid for with cash money, you know, and I can't be that bad of a father. Okay. So, and I did that before I got my little retirement bag, you know, because that's how much love I got for my little baby girl. Okay, so just you remember that.
Look at
My son, LeBron Jr.
So precious.
I got
Go
love
ahead,
for
precious.
Daddy
I got
Hard
love for him
Road.
too.
Wow.
And if you want to be my son too, Dennis, because you're a little younger than me, you can come on and jump on the bandwagon too. I got you too, big fella. You know, I know you're a little, you're a little big there, a little biggie small character, but I got you too, baby.
Can I get on? Can I be the daughter? Can I be the
right? I want to join this too because I want a car. I want a car.
Adorable Dennis. No, and that's it. We ain't taking any more. I got my daughters greedy enough. That's it. All right. Now,
that's messed up. That's messed up.
Who has spoken?
King Czar, what you got to say about this, King Czar?
I feel weird because, like, with this adversity going on, and as much as I don't like LeBron, the Lakers, but LeBron to a more extent. Lakers, I mean, I don't really necessarily don't like the Lakers. Just growing up in the 80s as a Bulls fan, I hated the Lakers and Celtics. So I kind of always didn't like those teams. But, you know, LeBron, I went from his biggest fan to the decision to his most hatingest fan. But I still think they're going to win. Like, I still think they're going to win the series. I hope y'all right. I hope he get his ass kicked. But I know LeBron, as much as I hate him, I know him. He is not going out in the first round. If he do, he won't hear the end of it. So I don't see it happening. I don't. But please, y'all be right. I'll take this L being wrong any day of the week if they don't win. But I got them winning.
Yeah. All right. What you got, man?
I got LeBron there winning tonight. Now, I don't know about the whole series, but I got them winning tonight.
That's a safe answer.
And let me jump in there real quick. I just want to say something about 2MW, 360, Sharon Mullen, and obviously Trisha Joy. One of the greatest compliments I think you can pay to both of them, and really in this instance, is they get on your last goddamn nerve. Both of them. They get on your last goddamn nerve. But that's good. That when someone does that in sports talk, that means they're good. That means they're good, because you ain't supposed to be agreeing with people when it comes to sports talk. That's what it's. If you know anything about the heritage of sports talk, it started with the late Art Rush Jr. Used to talk about his wife Edna, and every night he would sign off to his late wife Edna. Then obviously Bill Mazer took over. Then the guys who made it famous is Mike and the Mad Dog on WFAN.
In New York.
And New York. Yeah, New York City, where they say all the ladies are pretty, and it's a damn lie. So, as far as, and so back to Trisha and Sharon Mullen, they get on your last nerve, and you want to fight them, and see Sharon, she's a tough girl, you know what I mean? So a lot of people are a little scared of Sharon, so she I don't know, she must have, somebody in the family taught her how to box or something. So most people don't mess with her. But Trisha, they came for her a little bit more often. But, shout out to my sister Trisha. I used to go at it with her sometimes, but I respect the hell out of you. And I wish you was here. And that's all I got to say about it.
Yeah, I wish he was too. Okay. But on this subject, is it my turn now?
Go ahead, Chocolate Girl.
Or is it your turn? You want me to go last? Which
y'all want me to read the comments?
No, not yet. Go ahead, Chocolate Girl. I'm actually only thing I'm gonna say is, what's up, Coach Skip? Go ahead, Chocolate Girl.
Well, here's the thing. I know you are so giddy, Dennis. You are so giddy for this moment. For the Suns to be in the playoffs and having to play the Lakers, my team. I know you are giddy. And you have talked all season. Suns gonna be in the playoffs. Suns gonna be number one seed. Sun. All season. That's all you talked about. So I'm just gonna let you have your moment with your shades on and your hat to the back.
I should have took my shirt.
I'm gonna let you enjoy your shimmy.
Shimmy in the sun.
Shake your shimmy, son. Shake your shimmy. I'm just gonna let you have that. And I'm going to sit back and watch my Lakers go to work. They have championship pedigree for a reason. And I just, to go against that, they'd have to look pretty terrible for me to go against that. They don't look like themselves, but they don't look terrible. So as long as they're not playing terrible all the time or consistently, I'm rolling with the Lakers. But I do want to give y'all some stats.
Talk to me.
I found this very interesting, and I mentioned this last night when I was talking to some fellows about this.
Shout out to Monday Night Madness, Andre the Torch Robinson.
And yeah, thank you, Dennis.
Another LeBron hater.
I want to talk to the real difference maker on what happened in that Lakers Suns game, because the Suns, they were at the Suns. It wasn't Dennis's boy Devin Booker. Even though Devin Booker had led all scorers with 34 points, and then he had 7 rebounds and 8 assists, which is not that great, but okay, he's a shooting guard, so okay. The difference maker was DeAndre Ayton.
Yes, it was.
That was a difference maker because Ayton shut AD down. I had never seen AD play this badly. This was the worst he's ever played in the postseason, I believe, in his entire career. It was the fewest points he had ever scored in the postseason in his entire career. He had 13 points and 7 rebounds. Where'd he do that at? He's never done that. But the reason why he did that, it was because of the play of Ayton. Ayton had 21 points and 16 rebounds. I'll say that again, 16 rebounds. But then he was shooting 67% field goal percentage. But here's the big number, the plus minus number. When Ayton was on the court, they were plus 16. Plus 16. Anybody want to guess what the Lakers were when AD was on the court?
Negative 18.
Negative 90.
Negative 18.
Negative 18.
Yeah, you heard me tell you that last night.
No, I was watching ESPN for the first time Monday.
Oh, they said it?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody said it on ESPN?
Yeah, I think it was Max Kellerman.
Yeah, I didn't even watch them yesterday, but I got it from somewhere else. But when I saw it, I had to look it up to fact check it. They were negative 18 when AD was on the court. I mean, that's unheard of. So for him to come out after the game and acknowledge this game was on him, yeah, the game was on you, buddy. It was on you. LeBron had 18, 7, and 10. He could have done a little bit better maybe on the rebound side and the points. 18 points for LeBron that's very low for him. But they'll both be better in this game. So I'm not counting on a loss tonight.
We hope they're better.
No, y'all don't hope they're better because I know y'all Laker haters. But I hope they're better.
I'm not a Laker hater. I would just say that LeBron is in the end of his career at this point. So you need LeBron for the finals. You don't need LeBron in the first and second round to save you from going out. So to me, AD and KCP and Caruso and Kyle Kuzma and all these other players, they have to play better. So LeBron's coming off of the high ankle sprain or something, that high ankle injury. That's a different injury that he's ever had in his career. It takes you weeks. Yeah, so it takes you weeks to get back into the mode of actually being a part of the team. So if you know that he's limited, everybody else got to step their game up. Schroeder, all these other players got to step their game up, and they're not doing it because Phoenix is out playing. They playing them off the floor.
Here's my question for all y'all in here. Do y'all really believe that LeBron is really injured? Do y'all really believe that he has a high ankle sprain? I just want to know what y'all think.
The way he jumped.
I never know what to think when it comes to LeBron James. He's the best actor. He's the best player actor I've ever seen.
Well, what tells me, and I've seen every game LeBron James ever played it as a pro, except for one, his whole career. He doesn't have the lift. So that's why he's hurting. It's not that he. I thought his floor game was beautiful on a couple of days ago. It was just that since he's come back, he just doesn't have the lift, and he just doesn't have that high flying aspect to his game that makes him the king. And yes, he's definitely hurting. But look, you're out there, you got to play and let the chips fall where they may. I mean, no excuses. We lose, we lose. And back to the drawing board. We talked about it before the show came on. We thought that letting Dwight Howard go was one of the dumbest moves that Rob Pelinka could have ever made.
Yep.
Okay, and over money, it was only over a couple of million. Like $500,000. I mean, that was pathetic. Now McGee, as I told, I hope Dennis, control yourself. I would have drove his ass to the airport. Okay, so and I wouldn't have charged him. He would have got a free Uber ride. And usually, and I'll give him a White Castle burger too.
Really?
I was in Brooklyn. I was in Brooklyn visiting my mother, and on the way home, I damn sure did stop at White Castle. I love that damn place. But
that's one of my favorites.
Burgers too. Okay. And you can make all the face you want. That's right. I love me some White Castle.
I do too.
I grew up, we used to take a cab to White Castles when we was about 14, 15 years old, a whole carload of us just to get that White Castle. And we went to no other than Bensonhurst. And if you know anything about black folks, we don't belong in no damn Bensonhurst.
Mm-hmm.
No time, or as what's it say? No way, no how. Okay. And that's just keeping it 100, y'all.
Okay. Hey, but shout out to Karen and what she just said a minute ago about how players need to step up, because you're right. The Lakers do need LeBron in the finals. Kuzma is the key. Kuzma has got to play better. I don't know what his deal is, if he's sick or hurt or I don't know, crazy. I don't know what it is, sleepy. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's going to have to. He's one of the keys to that team when LeBron is not 100%. So,
an enigma.
I agree with your observation, Karen, on that. The other players have to step up. For me, Caruso seemed to always be ready to step up. You say what you want about that dude. He at least has a lot of heart.
He flopped the other night. I'm sorry. Like Cameron Payne.
I mean, he did. He did, but
195 pounds. That man didn't push him that hard. Like he didn't push him that hard to cause all of that.
They all flop like that.
LeBron flopped when Chris Paul was trying to box him out.
Today's game, they all flopped.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is the flopper of all time. He's right up there with Vlade Divac. That's how much he flopped.
King of the floppers, huh, Karen?
Well, I'm just saying. I can't say that he's the king of them. Who? Because nobody flops more than James Harden, in my opinion.
He looks like he got shot every time he goes into the
flop.
James Harden is the king of the floppers to me. And
sometimes he don't even get hit.
And you know who else was good at that? Lance freaking Stevenson.
Yeah.
That dude.
He's the king of everything.
Hey, that's my guy. Lance Stevenson.
Yo, when he blew in LeBron's ear, that was the best thing. What did he used to say?
Time. It was Lance time or something time. Or
his name was that
Lance.
You got
he had a name. He had a name.
Right. I can't remember what it is now.
He had the name since high school too. Goddamn.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
When he blew in LeBron's ear and LeBron just like shook his head and just laughed, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
I like Lance Stevenson though. That was one of my guys.
No, he played hard.
And I haven't always been a Laker hater. When Paul Gasol played for the Lakers, I liked the Lakers when Paul Gasol got there in the beginning. You know what I mean? I haven't always been a Laker hater. That's all I'm saying.
You just hated them when LeBron got there?
Now, their time is up. Right? Now I'm gonna let King hit the comments.
Yeah, all right. So let me go back a little ways. I know Coach Skip said that the worst move was not re-signing Rondo. That was a big one.
Well, I said that last week. Rondo and Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee, despite what Damon said,
You don't think Schroeder's better than Rondo though? Schroeder is a beast.
No,
not in the
no,
At
I
playoffs.
point
don't.
guard.
Not in the
Not in
playoffs.
the
No, I
playoffs
don't.
though.
Not in the playoffs.
And listen, Schroeder is my son.
I think
Schroeder's my son.
All right, let me read
You
this.
got a
Not
lot
in the
of
playoffs,
kids. I know that.
I
All
think
right,
this
so
playoff
Listen, I
Rondo,
paid enough child support. I claim some people.
Skip
this
said
playoff Rondo
Lakers
thing is
win
a little
tonight,
overrated.
but they dismantled a championship team for no reason.
Yeah,
Chuck said Brooklyn's up by 27. I saw that.
that's terrible.
Skip said they are bigger and slower than last year, talking about the Lakers, I believe. Chuck called Sharon Shabron Mullins. Ernest, sports guru, laugh out loud. I guess probably something you said. Ethan said, remember the last time the Suns were number 2 and the Lakers were number 7, the Lakers won the series.
Yeah, I remember that.
Skip said Lakers are trying to figure out their rotation in the playoffs equals early exit. Chuck also called you Sharon Kuzma. And then Skip said Kuzma has no set role. He is confused. Chuck said Sharon flop on that Kobe pick behind you. Yuri said when it comes to injuries with him, I don't know. And then Yuri said he continues to do great. I don't know who that's for, but that's the comment. It's up to this point.
All right, well that was the Lakers game. Let's go into this Milwaukee versus the Heat. You know, as I told my dad earlier, last night Milwaukee shot the lights out the gym, and when you're shooting like that, there's not much that you could do. They shot the lights out the gym last night. But game 1, I finally got what I've been looking for from what is that boy name? Number 22 from Milwaukee. What is his name?
Middleton.
Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton. Because I finally got what I've been
I
looking
told you that
for.
earlier before that.
I finally got what I've been looking for from Chris Middleton. I've been
that-
waiting for this for a couple years.
Remember you had that meme with it was DeRozan, Middleton, and it was
Right.
like who was the best.
I told you when I had the meme, when I made the meme, I said
Middleton.
to me Middleton has never stepped up
Right.
and taken over a game.
I watched him grow. He ready.
What about that game last year where where they went into overtime and he won the game single handedly when what's his name got hurt?
Mm-hmm.
When the Greek freak. Yeah, that's right.
But in this game, Giannis was there, but Giannis couldn't. I'm talking about this.
He's saying no. He's talking about him stepping up in the big clutch. You know, with Giannis.
No, I know what he's saying.
I'm telling him that's what you're saying.
Yeah, not just that, but it was like Giannis couldn't get nothing together. Like, in all honesty, the Heat got Giannis' number. Mm-hmm. If Giannis Superman, the Heat is kryptonite. That's what I see. They got his number. He can't really get himself going.
You know,
but if the rest of the team get going, then he could go ahead and get his points. And it'll look like he had a good night. But he can't really get going.
You know why?
You ain't gonna ever see Giannis with the ugly face against the Heat.
You know why?
He was dominating Ariza the other night. Like
you know
he was
why,
taking Ariza to the paint.
I'm listening. I'm waiting.
Because they claw up the middle.
To build that wall.
If a team claw up the middle, Giannis cannot do his job. He cannot dunk over people. They stop all that.
I'm gonna tell y'all the biggest difference maker from the last year's team to this year's team is swapping Bledsoe for Holiday. To me, on the defensive end alone was already a huge upgrade, but just the way he facilitates, the way he runs the team versus Bledsoe, to me, I mean, Middleton is the second best player. That's the Robin. That's the guy who hit the big shots. But I'm telling you, Drew Holiday is the unsung hero. If they win this series or even get to the finals like they're supposed to, Drew Holiday is going to be a big part of that. That was a bigger acquisition than a lot of people gave credit for, thinking they were just swapping point guards because Bledsoe used to be a really good point guard. I don't know what happened to him.
He's never been a good point guard.
He was good at one point.
When he was in Phoenix, he was good.
He was a good point. And then the Clippers.
I thought him being a number 2 would make him. I mean, now number 3 would make him a good point guard, but it looked like it's not working.
He needs the ball. Holiday and Tucker make the difference for the Bucks. Like I listened to Barkley talk the other night, and he said, like, no disrespect to anybody in the league, these dudes are dogs. In the playoffs, you need guys that are just gritty, that play defense, play offense. They pick up the best player. They can play anybody 1 to 5 on the Heat. They play everybody. Butler, Bam, like they take them out of the game. Like Bam and Butler have not come together in the playoffs like they did in the bubble, which is why it's so different now in the playoffs for players to play.
Yeah, Butler let me down.
Butler might as well sit on the bench because that's what he's doing.
I don't.
I
don't know. But I'm gonna let the chocolate girl go ahead. Chocolate girl. I'm gonna let the chocolate girl go.
We talking about the Heat, right?
Yeah, the Heat in Milwaukee.
I agree with you that the Heat has Giannis's number, and if Giannis hopes to ever get a chip, he's gonna have to bust through that number. It's like there's something going on in the back of his mind that's keeping him from realizing his full potential.
Right.
Because if you look at Giannis on paper, and if you look at him on video, he should be crushing the league in everything. He should just be embarrassing people. He's not doing that right now. So something's got to give inside of him, I believe. The good thing is he has the potential, though. He's got the upside. Either he needs to bring it out of himself, or he needs a guru of some type to bring it out of him. I don't know which one it is. I have to agree with switching out Bledsoe and what's the other dude? Holiday. Yep, that was a smart move. I agree with that. I think Chris Middleton is an okay number 2. He just needs to be more consistent. Now, moving on to the Heat, the Heat of this year doesn't look the same as last year. I don't think the bubble has anything to do with it. I don't think necessarily it's the bubble effect. I think that whole thing with that one player, the white dude that made all those Jewish remark or whatever.
Oh, Leonard?
I think that affected their chemistry. I don't know how, but that story kind of came and went. But from what I'm hearing in the locker room, that situation had more of an effect than people know. And of course, Pat Riley is opting to keeping that in house, so it's not been being talked about. So there's some leftover effects from that. It's an internal thing, which is why they look so different. It's pretty much the same team with a couple of exceptions. So they should be doing better than they are. I wouldn't count them out. It's really a toss-up between these two, in my opinion, because they have similar issues. It's more of an internal mindset. They are both teams that could easily get in their own way, is what I'm saying. They could actually beat themselves rather than the other team beating them.
You know what's lost in this that people forget, I think is a bigger deal than what it is, and I think you brought him up, Dennis. They traded Kelly Olynyk, who balled in the bubble and actually balled this year. They traded him for Oladipo, and so by giving him up, Oladipo getting hurt, that left a big void because they that's one of their big shooting bigs that stretch the floor that they don't have. They don't really have any shooting bigs that can stretch the floor, and they're not getting nothing from Oladipo, obviously. So I think that hurt them a lot as well by trading him, and he got hurt, the other player.
Okay. Sports Guru, talk to me.
Okay. Just to echo what my man Czar said, I believe, wasn't it Bam who got hurt last year in the playoffs that allowed the kid that you just mentioned to play? And
Kelly Olynyk?
Yeah, Kelly Olynyk. And if you remember correctly, he played better than Bam. The Miami Heat played much better when Bam was out of the lineup versus when he was, even though he was, somewhat injured. That was very interesting how Olynyk, just kind of, rose to the occasion last year. And you're right, they do miss him. That's one thing. But my thing about Miami in general is just that they've never been whole all season. They've been ravaged by COVID. I don't know. Miami was one of the places that was hit hardest with the COVID and COVID-19 and all that. And they had so many cases, so many outbreaks on their team in general. And then combine that with injuries, they just have not been that same team that they were last year. And I see them, I'm not saying they're not going to put up a fight because Jimmy Butler is a fighter. He might as well be a boxer, because he's a pit bull and that's just who his makeup is. But as far as Milwaukee and why they, in my opinion, are going to get by this series and possibly will get by the Nets is because as my colleagues have mentioned earlier today, is that Holiday and Tucker are a big difference because in a basketball scheme, they don't need the ball in order to be effective. And as Karen mentioned, that they're dogs, and they are dogs. But more importantly, when you have guys that can be a factor and not have to have the ball in their hands, that speaks volumes. And as far as Giannis is concerned, one of the things that I love what they're doing with him this year, opposed to last year, they're allowing all these other players to have to hold up, or carry the load offensively. And they're not asking Giannis to do that. I mean, the other night, I can't think the white kid that came in.
VCO?
No, the other kid that was hitting them from three. He was bombing. He was bombing.
Forbes or DiVincenzo?
Forbes was hitting him. He's black. He's mixed, but he's talking about Forbes.
He's mixed, but DiVincenzo was hitting him too.
It was that other
maybe
kid.
Pat Connaughton.
Connaughton, that's what it was.
Okay.
Connaughton. I thought Connaughton. At one point, I believe he was on fire because I didn't watch the whole game, throughout. But every time I saw it, he was jacking up another three and he was knocking them down. But that's the key to Milwaukee. And if they can have all these different players be offensive, factors, and then Brooklyn can't play no damn defense. They showed that in the two games that they played towards the end of this season against Brooklyn. They
didn't have a big three. They didn't have a big three.
I know, but
they played like 9 games together. The whole season.
The big three can't play no defense, and Kyrie never been a defender, and Harden's a terrible defender, and Durant is an adequate.
That ain't the
defender.
matchup right now. We'll see if they get there.
Well, no, it is the matchup. The matchup, because this ain't no matchup right now between Miami and Milwaukee and Brooklyn and Boston. So I'm looking forward to that matchup, and my prelude is that is the reason Barkley picked him. I picked him, and a lot of other people. Also, I hate Kyrie. I'm gonna just keep it in a basketball sense. So that's the reason why I see them having a shot, because Giannis is still a bad boy. You could talk. Giannis, his numbers this year were just as good as they were last year. They wasn't giving him no MVP because they damn sure wasn't giving him to him for 3 years in a row. Especially after he fell apart in the playoffs last year, so it made it look bad. The guy who should have won it last year was LeBron, and the writers stole from him because then they, all that narrative for all those years was in the West and the West.
Here we go.
In the East. It was in the East.
Lord.
And he was in the West last year.
Found a way to bring LeBron into this, huh?
It had nothing to do with LeBron. LeBron not even in the East no more.
He should have won the MVP, whether you want to own up to it or not.
No, he shouldn't.
Yes,
No, he shouldn't have.
He deserved the MVP because Giannis proved that he wasn't the MVP by his performance in the playoffs, getting knocked out.
The playoffs has nothing to do with the MVP.
But the MVP is for regular season.
Because even though it's voted on afterwards, everyone knows that when you're the real MVP, you usually parlay that into a long playoff performance. We realize that the vote is in, but usually you double down by showing your effectiveness in the playoffs. And the fact that he was so weak in the playoffs took away from his award, just like if the Joker doesn't get past Dame Dillon, who's never won, or Dame Dollar, who's never won a damn thing in his life, he's right now looks like he's going to win the MVP. And guess what? If he don't get by Dame Dollar, his award will be
You do know Jamal Murray's not there, right?
Say that again?
You do know Jamal Murray isn't playing, right?
No, but they did a good job by getting a kid from Orlando, and they replaced him pretty good. Not to
Aaron
say that
Gordon.
not to say that he's you know, that kid is not great. He played big time last year when they beat the Clippers. But they still should beat Portland.
No, they shouldn't.
Sorry, but
no, they shouldn't.
Nah.
Portland's
good. Portland is good from top to bottom.
They should beat Portland,
Not
but they
without
won't.
Murray.
How's everybody doing?
What's up, Sean?
Can I ask a question?
No.
Shoot.
What does MVP mean? Like in NBA, the most valuable player to your team, right?
Yeah.
Fix your Wi-Fi, dog.
Yeah, you sound terrible.
We in the Matrix.
So why didn't Chris Paul win it?
Chris Paul is the
Because you
best.
also-
He should be
Okay,
MVP.
that's a too big of a tangent.
Yeah.
Chris Paul should be MVP.
All
Period.
night why
That's my
Chris Paul
pick.
did not win an MVP. We could talk
Chris
all
Paul
night
took
about that.
the Suns from out
there's-
of the playoffs to number 2.
he's
There's
a
MVP.
finalist.
Usually when it comes to MVP, there's two important things. It's your individual performance in numbers and the success of your team. While Chris Paul and them got the success, he don't have the numbers to match Joker, Embiid, or even Steph Curry, for that matter.
Yeah, but he was in the top 3.
But Steph
No,
Curry's on a team that
Chris
was
Paul
what,
was not
10
in
in
the
the
top
West.
three.
Chris Paul was in the top 4.
No, it was Joker, Embiid, and Curry were the only 3 finalists.
Yeah, Chris Paul was in the top 4.
Maybe
But I
four.
felt
There
as though
it wasn't the
Well,
top 4, but
you
yeah.
can make the argument. You can make the argument that he could be up there. I mean,
No, you
I
can
know,
make the argument, but I'm
believe
saying why
he
he
could be
didn't
up
win
there.
it.
that he deserves it. I mean,
Did
I've
you
heard
think
some
OKC
experts-
was going to the playoffs? That's my question.
Okay, see.
Was they going to the playoffs with or without Chris Paul? Did anybody?
Oh, you
have
talking
them
about
going to
last
the
year?
playoffs last year? Yes.
As a low seed? Yeah, why not? He always makes the playoffs.
Nobody thought they were going to the playoffs. Nobody thought OKC.
I don't know about that.
Okay, so what's your point?
That Chris Paul don't never miss the playoffs no matter what team he's on. And
But he
didn't
don't
have
Usually,
that
and he's
help.
usually a low seed.
First of
though.
I
all,
agree with
first
him.
of
Because
all,
he had the
You may
LeBron
hate
argument.
Chris Paul, but Chris Paul
he
should
had
have
the
had
LeBron
an MVP at
argument.
this point.
First of all, that's not true that he makes the playoff no matter what team he's on. That's not true.
Name a year Chris Paul missed the playoffs.
Yeah, he has made the playoffs.
No, he hasn't made it every single year of his career.
I'm sure I can pull it up and find the years for you. I'm not gonna do that right now, but I'm sure I could do it.
But-
Chris Paul missed the playoffs
I
since
I
he-
mean,
since
maybe
he
with the
played in
Hornets
NBA.
or something, but
No,
I mean, Chris
he's
Paul
made the
should be.
playoffs with
Chris Paul
Dom
should have been
too.
in the top 3 for MVP.
No, I agree with that, but he shouldn't win it
How should he not win it?
because his numbers aren't there.
Yeah, but you can't always just go.
The
strictly by
MVP
numbers.
goes to
played
the
better
most
on his-
dominant player with the most dominant numbers on the successful team.
That's not always true though.
Yeah,
For the
but
no,
he's
that's not
elevated.
always true, but for the most part it is, and that's why Westbrook got it on a 6th seed when he averaged a triple double for the first time because it was like crazy that we
Yeah, but
saw a triple double.
He elevated the play on
Yeah,
his
he
team
said
though.
that.
Like he made Devin Booker a superstar. Like you can't
He made
discount that
Devin
and
Booker.
put Curry in there.
Devin
when
Booker
he's
been
playing the play.
balling.
But you can't
Yeah, but
put
he
Curry
always
in
been
there
losing.
over Chris Paul
That's
if he's
what I
playing a
always say.
playing
Yeah,
game.
it's a team sport. When you add good players to a team, you're gonna win more games.
And that also.
I can
tells
say
you-
Booker was the MVP of that team more than Chris Paul. Well, I got
I don't agree
argument.
with
His
that, 'cause
numbers
if
are
that
there.
wasn't
What you
Booker,
mean?
If that was
balling
the
like
case,
that
they would have
before
won
Chris
before
Not
Chris
Paul.
Paul was there.
Not if
Devin
you-
Booker's the best player on the Suns.
Not if you add.
I don't
leadership
agree with
in
that.
there.
But he
Oh,
wasn't.
Devin Booker for sure.
But his
No, he's not.
game, as much as I
Who's the
love him.
All-Star? Who made the All-Star team?
Wait, hold on, Czar. As much as I love him, his game didn't equivalent to wins.
Right, because they didn't have each
As
other.
much as I love him, that's all I'm gonna say. As much as I love
So,
him,
hold on. So let's say Chris Paul's on that Phoenix team and there's no Booker. You think they get the 2 seed?
Who do you?
I think they get the playoffs. I think
We
they get
don't
the
know that
playoffs.
though. We don't
I
know
think they
that.
make the playoffs for the first time in
We
10.
don't know that.
Yes, we do.
No,
He
I
had
think
less
We've seen
than
Booker
that.
play
No.
without Chris Paul, and they never made the
He made the
playoffs. So
playoffs.
how we gonna say Chris Paul didn't make the
I'm
difference?
talking
on
about
that
this
team?
Phoenix Sun team, and you take Booker off, and they had a scrub ass point guard. So in the 2 guard that would take Booker's place as a scrub ass 2 guard, they are not making the playoffs.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
but you
Yes,
can say
they
that.
can make the
You can say the same
playoffs.
thing about
They
Chris Paul.
are.
That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm saying.
Name
No,
me
Chris
another
Paul made the
All-Star
difference.
OKC.
So what's your point? They need both of them.
My point is, y'all acting like Chris Paul. Devin Booker is the best player and gets as much credit as Chris Paul does.
But he might not be the most valuable player.
No.
Devin Booker was scoring 60
the
before
mindset
Paul
of
was
Chris
there, and they
Paul.
didn't get to the
Right,
playoffs.
exactly. So he didn't make Devin Booker. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
But he turned him into a winner.
He turned
That's
him
the
into.
difference.
Thank
They
you.
turned each other, this team, into a winner by having three
Chris
good
Paul was
players.
a winner before he got
Hey,
there.
it
Chris
don't
Paul
work
been to the
like
playoffs.
that.
Devin
It
Booker has
don't
not
work
been.
Devin
like
Booker
that.
didn't know anything
No,
about
no,
winning.
Is it
All right.
okay?
Hey,
All
Is it
right, wait.
okay?
We can't stay on this.
Cesar.
We can't stay on this MVP subject
Is it-
too long. We got games to go to.
Is it
Can't
okay
stay on
if I
this too long.
if I say?
I'm just gonna say this. We're gonna have to hit
Can I
this
say
another
one
time.
thing? No. Can I just say one thing?
Wait. You about to say something about Chris Paul?
One sentence.
All right,
Don't talk about my
leaving.
State
I'm
Farm
leaving.
man.
I don't even want to hear.
Because see, that's not fair, Dennis.
See,
I was
at
actually
all,
gonna give him.
at
I was
all.
actually gonna give him a compliment.
See,
Because we know you don't like him, Sharon. We know you can't.
No, I can't stand Chris Paul. But to be fair to Chris Paul, what Karen and them are trying to tell you, Czar, is right. No, Devin Booker and Chris Paul did not make each other better. No.
No, I didn't say they made each other better. I said they made the team better and won more games playing together as two all-stars. When the team brings on better players, it usually equates to more wins.
Not always.
no, that's not true.
But can I finish my one
Kyrie
sentence?
went to the Celtics.
One.
They didn't win more games.
Can I finish my one
They won
sentence?
less games.
What they're trying to tell you, Czar, is that Chris Paul took Devin Booker and showed him how to win.
Absolutely.
The same way
Thank you.
that Dwayne Wade showed LeBron how to win.
Yes.
And once he learned how to win, then he could win.
He didn't show him how to win.
MVP?
He
Hold it, hold it,
MVP of that?
He showed him how to be a
Hold it, Czar, I'm
champion.
not finished. I'm almost done.
He showed him how to be a champion.
Let
He
her
showed him
finish
how to
her.
be a
Let
champion.
her finish what she's trying to say.
So that's what Karen and Dennis are trying to tell you, that the difference is. That's why they believe so strongly that he should be, in the MVP. I disagree with them, but I'm telling you that's what they're saying.
I disagree with it, though.
Okay.
That's right.
I agree but what they're saying is right. Yes, he did do that. But what I am saying, Czar, you might be too, is I don't feel he should be top 3 in MVP voting because of that.
Right.
It's a great thing, but he doesn't get my MVP vote. He doesn't
Embiid missed 20-something games.
If Chris Paul, this current my team, the Bulls, we strongly need a point guard. We grab Vucevic. If let's just say we got Chris Paul next year to go with Levine, he's the perfect fit with Vucevic, Kobe White, Pat Williams. You might as well put us in the top 3 or 4 seed. That's because the team gets better when you add the right pieces, not just any piece, but when you add the right leader, the right facilitator. Yes, the team is going to improve. I'm not giving him credit for that. I'm just saying y'all not giving enough credit to the coach, Monty Williams, Booker, Ayton, the other pieces that were in place. They balled out in the bubble. Y'all do know they went 7-0 in the bubble. So the team was on the rise.
It didn't make the playoffs, though.
Right, but I'm saying they were going in the right
direction. Did not
direction.
make the playoffs. That's true.
Right, I know
most
that.
valuable player.
But y'all, they were still on I said this 2 or 3 shows ago.
Yep.
They were still on a trajectory. Y'all disagree with me, but that they were on they did not make the playoffs last year, but they were no scrubs.
Right.
It's just that he was the missing link.
Exactly.
He was a missing link, but that's not MVP worthy to me. It's just not.
But how do you put him in? How do you not put him in, but put Curry in? And Curry's playing games to get into the playoffs. Like you can't have it both ways. I'm just saying.
I agree with that.
Made the difference for the team.
That's not having it both ways.
Great point, Karen.
Do you remember what Czar said earlier? How he was talking about how Russell Westbrook was on a 6-seed team, but because that's what I said, 6 seed team, but because of his triple double, he still got the MVP, even though he was on a 6 seed. He still got the MVP because of the greatness of a triple double, averaging a triple double for the whole season. It's the same thing with Steph Curry. Nobody's
don't
seen
agree with that.
the play. Well,
I
that's my
respect what you're
opinion.
saying. I just
That's
don't
my
agree. No,
opinion.
I understand what you're. No, I understand what you're saying.
But you asked the
Yeah.
question: how could people say that, or how could people do that? I'm telling you, this is how people can do it. Whether you agree with it or not, I'm telling you, this is how people can come to that decision.
I'm just
Because
saying,
what Steph Curry did
yeah.
on that particular team in
Mhm.
this season and the way he did it is MVP worthy. Is he going to get it? No, because everybody's got all these parameters. No, this piece ain't in place. And like I've said to Dennis 3 or 4, 5, 6 times, every time anybody would say Steph Curry deserves an MVP, the naysayers would come up with one more thing that he did not have to say no. First, they're not going to reach the playoffs. They actually technically did.
No,
If
they
didn't
didn't.
have this
No, they
stupid.
did not.
No, they
let me
playing
finish.
games. They
Let me
playing
finish.
games. That's
Let me finish. If
You're wrong.
they didn't create that lame ass playing
They
thing,
did.
they would have made the playoffs.
She's right. They were the 8
That's what
seed.
I'm
She's
saying.
right.
When I say technically they made the playoffs, they did technically.
They were the
So
8
then,
seed.
so
Right.
so they made the AC. So people stopped saying. People got into the same argument you said. No, they didn't. It's the playoff. It's a play-in. That's not. That's no longer the playoffs. Okay, fine. Then they made it. They made it past the first game. They made it past the first game.
No, they lost.
They
in the
weren't
first
even.
game.
They weren't even
lost in the
supposed to
first
be
game.
in there to play. They weren't even supposed to be in there to play.
Why?
They were not even supposed to make the 8th seed. First, oh, wait a minute. Let me back up. First, they weren't even supposed to have a winning record. That's what it was, right, Dennis? They weren't supposed to have a winning record.
Clay got hurt,
they're below
pretty much,
500. He can't be the MVP because they're below 500.
So
What
he
did they
can't
do?
leave the
They
team.
won like 3 or 4 straight games and then put him over 500. Oh, but now, no, he can't have it now because they didn't make the playoffs. Then they made the 8th seed. Oh, but it's not. It's a play-in. It's not really the playoff. You know what? Every damn time somebody want to give that man credit, somebody want to take it away.
But they barely in.
It's the same thing, and this is the reason why I'm saying the reason is the reason whether you agree with it or not.
I mean, even if you wipe away the playing games, being 8th versus 6th is different. And Russell Westbrook averaging a triple-double over the course of a season is way different than what Steph Curry's doing. What I'm saying is that if you take a team
it doesn't have to be the same to be
hasn't
true,
been in the
though.
playoffs in years and take them to 2, you should be in the MVP conversation. You should be 3. He should be substituted for Curry.
How about they both should be in the MVP conversation?
So who are you taking out?
They both should be in the MVP conversation.
So who are you taking out?
The Joker should not be.
You don't have to take anybody out. I'm saying they should all be. They can all be in the conversation.
He don't.
You don't have a conversation about anybody.
Curry don't play no defense either.
What's important?
Curry don't play defense.
Well, he said Joker don't play no defense.
Oh,
Curry don't play no defense.
Well, that's true. That's true. But really, the guy that's got to come out is Embiid.
It's not true.
Embiid was hurt too much. I agree with.
For the number 1 seed because of him, y'all crazy.
It's not true that Curry plays no
appointment. He's been hurt too much. How you in the MVP conversation? You've been hurt most of the season. Like,
Philly ain't doing nothing without Embiid.
No, they had a better record. They played better.
So send him right now. They go home in the first round.
You're right. But during the season,
Dennis,
they played better.
I can't hear
he was
you.
out of the lineup. They did.
How many games? What was their record?
Well, he missed 25 to 30 games, right?
No, he did not miss that many games.
He missed a lot of games.
How many games he missed?
He missed a lot of games.
Y'all keep talking. I'm going to look. Y'all keep talking.
I think I got the okay to read these comments. We're going to read these comments.
Go ahead.
You want me to read them, Zara? I'm going to read them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Buck Flair said, tribute to Kobe. Only reason the Lakers won last year. Lakers would have to win this year because this team is really not that good. Dalton said, what's up, everybody? Hey, Deborah, my buddy. And then Blaze said Denver is going to beat Portland. Dalton said, what's up, my brother, OG? Ernest said, my brother Dalton, did you get your burger today? Dalton said yes. OG said, LOL, Sharon Mullen. Chris Paul never completes the playoffs. Yeah, true. He doesn't.
Never.
Blaze Thunder Gabbard said,
Never.
Joker MVP all day. Joker is not the MVP. I don't care what nobody say.
No.
He may get it, but he's
He
not.
is not.
I agree with that.
Josh Bailey said, laugh emojis, and OG said Chris Paul is the best inspirational player. I'll leave that alone. Blaze said, shout out to Vucevic. He was on my fantasy team, and the Warriors did not make the playoffs. I don't care what you say. If they don't bring that stupid play-in crap back next year, HC will be in the playoffs.
They got the highest rating that they had in any damn regular season game on that playing game. So
they trying to borrow off of the NCAA.
Yeah, I don't like the play-in for the. I don't like the play-in for the NCAA. I think the idea of a play-in game is ridiculous. You're either gonna have 64 teams or you're not. You're either gonna have the 8 teams in that conference or not. If you're gonna spread it out to 10, then spread the whole damn thing out to 10. That the idea of play-in is just stupid to me. It doesn't make any sense.
I think it adds excitement to the game because
it's not even exciting.
The same thing over and over again.
It adds no excitement for me. Not for me. Then y'all might think it has it for you, but for me,
he missed 20 games.
No excitement for me.
20, yeah. You said 25,
the reason
30.
it adds no excitement for me is because I believe it's a ridiculous.
Yeah, 5
concept.
to 10.
It's so ridiculous. I can't get excited about it. Just can't.
I mean, but it's about money at the end of the day, because if that was the case, then they could do the first and second round. I gotta
like it.
They could do the first and second round in the NBA playoffs. They can go back to 5 games.
Is 20 games a lot of games?
I don't care. I don't like
70
it.
game season.
I don't care how much money it makes them.
Not a lot. It's an okay amount.
Oh, come on.
It ain't going in my pocket.
It's not even a third. Hey, it's not even a third.
He missed 30% of the season.
It's not even a third. No, he didn't. It's like 20. It's like 28%.
35.
20 games. What you
Well,
said? He missed
Ron,
25 games.
20 games. He played 52 games. He missed 20.
You ain't.
Hey.
No, they played.
What do you think, Ron?
Ron, what you think, Ron?
70 games.
Yeah.
We waiting on Ron.
Who got the number 1 seed?
The Sixers.
All right. Don't give it.
Case closed.
Don't give it to him. He got the number 1 seed.
I guarantee you, in the 20 games that he missed, they had a record of like 12-8.
I'm about to
That's
find
not his
out.
problem.
12 and 8 ain't even that good of a record. Come on, man.
My point is, without Embiid,
if your best player is missing,
12 and 8.
If your best player is missing,
yeah, but they got Simmons. They're not a lottery team.
When LeBron didn't play, the Lakers was like 8.
Right, but Philly's got Simmons. They got Tobias Harris.
Fellas. This MVP talk. Make sure y'all there to give out the trophy. We can't keep going on that. I love y'all, but that can't be the whole show. I love y'all, man. This can't be the whole show. We got to get to these other games.
Let's go.
It's a couple other games I'm trying to get to. All right. The next one I'm trying to get to is this Denver-Portland game. And Ron, I'm gonna start off with you, Ron. How you feel about it?
Dame Dollar.
I got Portland.
Dame time. Dame time.
They look like
He's something serious.
Hold on, I gotta say this.
No.
I gotta say this.
It's over.
When
I come to your show, you tell me about it.
All right.
Ron's turn.
Go ahead, Ron.
We're going to the next round.
Portland.
Okay. Rashawn, what you got?
Nuggets.
Nuggets and what?
I got the Nuggets in 7.
Okay. All right.
Nuggets in 7.
Karen, what you got, Karen?
Going with Portland all day long.
What you got them in though?
Portland in 6.
My girl.
Okay. All right. Sports Guru.
I'm going with Denver. Denver in 7.
Denver in 7?
Dame Dollar ain't never won nothing.
Okay.
He does a lot.
Past the first round, though, Dame.
Exactly.
He
I put out the first round last year.
He got a lot of bravado. He ain't never won shit.
Okay, I got an answer for that. I got an answer for that, but I'm going to wait.
He gets out the first round, though, Guru.
If that's Curry or anybody else who acts like he's got all the swagger, I've never seen him do anything. I'm sorry.
He shot that shot over Paul George and took OKC
like the first
out.
Round.
That was a big shot, though.
In the first round.
No, remember, he did it. He did it against Houston,
against other proverbial losers.
He did it against Houston, too.
All right, King Czar, what you got?
And they were 10 and 11 without Embiid.
Hey, yo! Did anybody ask you something like that? Damn!
He was ready for that.
Right. I'm helping you out with your Sixers, boy.
I don't need no help. If he does MVP, he'll be finals MVP. MVP don't mean shit to me. I won a championship.
Portland is 6.
That's why I don't argue about MVPs like that no more. That don't mean shit to me. I won a championship.
Well, you ain't getting that. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
I got Portland in 6. Portland in 6.
There you go.
Okay.
I got Portland Melo gonna be giving them what it got. Yeah, Portland.
All right, now I'm back to shaking shit up now. New York, Atlanta. Sports
Wait
Guru.
a minute. You didn't give yours?
I said Portland. I said Portland is 6. Sports
Oh,
Guru.
I didn't hear you.
You got to bet on this joint. I was on the train on my way to Memphis, and I heard about your bet with your boy because he got the New York Knickerbockers, and you took Atlanta.
That's
Talk
right.
to me, Sports Guru.
And I went with because the narrative in New York, and I'm here in New York, so I would know, is that somehow Tom Thibodeau, who basically got fired in 2 places, and who's never really been a good offensive coach, okay, who's a great defensive mind, is somehow going to coach the pants off of Nate McMillan, which is ludicrous because Nate is just as good or an accomplished coach as Thibodeau is. They've both been fired enough times, and they both got in situations where they probably shouldn't have been fired. So yes, I took Nate, and I just think that Atlanta has way better talent than the Knicks, and I've never been a believer in Julius Randle. So the bottom line is Julius Randle is a third, best player on a real good team. And ultimately it comes down to that. And I love what the kid Trey did. I mean, he was awesome, and he gave it to all of New York, all 15,000, New York City, where they say all the ladies are pretty, and they not. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, kindly. Thank you.
Ryan, what you got? Ryan, what you got?
I ain't never seen you in a rant with a song. Thank you.
Ryan, what you got, Ryan?
That's Mr. Hargrove.
I got Atlanta.
Of course.
Atlanta and what?
6.
Got it. Why?
I think Atlanta want to prove everybody wrong. They want to make a name for themselves. And they tired getting beat up in the East.
Okay. King Czar, what you got?
New York in 7. Had that from day one. These are 2 even teams. Every game is probably going to come down to the wire. And what Guru said, I agree. But I think Tibbs has had a little bit more playoff experience, especially with Chicago being the number 1 seed twice, getting to an Eastern Conference Finals. I think he got with Doc Rivers as an assistant. I love both of them. But I think Tibbs got a little bit more experience, and I think Derrick Rose is going to be an X factor, and they're going to win 4-3, very close, tight series.
Czar, let me ask you one question. What did you think of Tibbs' move putting in Ntilikina after basically
stupid. He won't. Oh, that was dumb.
That was a genius move, wasn't it? Huh?
That was dumb.
Okay. Can I? Y'all look crazy for that. Sharon, what you got, Sharon?
I got the future Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks. I can't believe I'm picking a team from Atlanta because I don't like Atlanta and shit. Nothing.
Hey. What was that about?
Atlanta Hawks taking it in 6. Trae Young gonna be the MVP of the first round. How about that?
That's what's up.
He's gonna be the first round MVP.
Rashawn, what you got over there, Rashawn?
Since you my older brother, I'm gonna rock with you, big dog.
Whoa, wait. Don't you think you know where I'm going? Whoa, hold up, hold on.
I'm gonna rock with you, big dog. Listen, I think Trae Young made a mistake when he told them New York fans that it was quiet in here. So I'm taking the Knicks in 6.
Okay.
Don't worry, Reggie Miller done shut us up before.
And to add insult on injury, Julius Randle's gonna ball out 3 of these games. Watch.
Okay. Karen, what you got, Karen?
That's for you, Sports Guru.
All right.
I'm going with Atlanta and the future MVP. Not in the next 2 years, but down the road, Trae Young. They gonna take the Knicks out. I got them in 6.
Okay, now as my brother,
we
as
rolling, Karen. Me and you, girl, we rolling.
as my
like
brother
We
was
on point. We
Hey,
on
right
point.
off a hill.
as
Karen,
my hold on.
agreeing with Sharon.
Right off a
I
hill.
think you even live in New York. I think you live in New Jersey because the
But
way you talking about the Knicks is
He be talking about Brooklyn
We
worse.
agree with you, Damon. We got Atlanta. We got Atlanta winning. We on the road with you.
I'm let me just say this. This whole series to me is based off of a bet that I made. No, it wasn't a bet. It was a statement that I made to Divine Stanfield. I told Divine Stanfield last year around this time, and I said, the trade with Luka Doncic and Trae Young was an even trade to me. And he was like, that trade wasn't even. Dallas won that trade hands down. Trae Young for Luka Doncic, that was a stupid trade for Atlanta. Atlanta made a stupid move. I said, wait a minute, hold up. Trae Young ain't that bad. You making it seem like he a scrub, but he ain't Luka Doncic. So my thing is, Trae Young is going to ball the hell out this whole playoffs to prove my point. So when I go back to Fresh Perspective in a couple of months and I go see Divine Stanfield, I'm going to be looking for his ass to let me know about how good Luka is when Trae Young outplay his ass. That is what this depends on me. Now, I love the Knicks, but this just ain't their time. This ain't their time.
Trae Young.
It's El DeBarge time. Trae Young, a.k.a. El DeBarge.
Trae Young shit. He ain't no Luka.
A.k.a. El DeBarge. It ain't their time. If you've seen the headline of the show, it say my time is up. The time is now. Make sure you read the headline when you come on the show. You gotta make sure.
Are you serious?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I got ATL in 5.
No, wait a minute.
Ooh, and 5?
I got ATL in 5.
Dang.
You just compared Trae Young to Luka?
Right.
Let me read.
And I'm telling you, and I'm gonna keep saying it.
Crazy.
I'm with Dennis. Trae Young and Luka on the same
Luka
level.
is a top 5 player in the NBA already.
Trae Young is in that group.
That's cool.
Devin Booker and all the rest of them.
Top 5?
No, he's not.
I'm not going to sit here and say that Trae Young is top 5.
I don't know if Trae Young is a top 5 point guard.
Listen. Let me just say this.
5 other
Hold on. Let me just say this. Y'all got Luka on that pedestal. That's cool. He top 5. He balling. That's great. How long he gonna keep it up for? We'll watch. I'm gonna be here though.
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna be here. Just remember, Den, you've been here. El DeBarge is what I call him. All right, El DeBarge.
I think Atlanta got the better coaching staff than the New York Knicks.
And that's crazy because they fired their head coach halfway through the season.
That's because the players don't like him.
Yeah, he was doing garbage though.
Tom is gonna coach himself out of this series. Like he making too many last minute changes and stuff.
He always do that.
He's trying to be too fancy, and I liked him, but he's trying to be too fancy or something.
He's too
Somebody
meticulous.
told him something.
But let me just say this. Speaking of Luka Doncic, the Dallas Mavericks versus the L.A. Clippers, or as OG would say, paper clippers. Okay.
Exactly.
I want Rashawn. I want to know exactly what you think.
Just come right to me, huh?
Yes, to you.
Yeah, punch you right in the mouth. Let's go, man.
All right, you know my guy is Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi getting old though. Look like Kawhi look like getting old. I'm gonna tell you now, if they don't get their head on straight, they definitely them and Tyronn Lue gonna be outside the playoffs looking at. But I still got faith in Kawhi and Pandemic P. And I say they win this series in 7. It's not gonna be easy. They win it, they're gonna win it in 7. Clippers in 7.
Okay.
I got Dallas because I don't trust Paul George. Never have and never will.
Playoff P.
He don't never show up in the playoffs whatsoever.
He don't show up. He don't show up.
I I need y'all to take the game. Y'all do know Paul George has battled back from 2 career-ending injuries, right?
Okay, and
I'm just saying. That's
the
not easy.
basketball player. Hey,
Hey,
you can't
Derrick
be strong,
Rose,
man.
Derrick Rose has a ton of injuries, and
Right.
he playing in the playoffs with the Knicks.
You can't be sure now. You still
Well-
got to put up points, and that's what he don't do in the playoffs.
Karen, what you got, Karen?
I'm totally against the Clippers in this. They tanked. They lost against the Rockets and the Thunder at the end of the year. They don't deserve to go to the second round. I want them to get swept. I hope Luka Doncic come out there and just triple double their ass right out the building. I'm going 4-0. I think they're gonna sweep them.
Oh,
Woo!
Okay, all right. Kings are what you got?
Clippers in 7.
Aaron with the hot take.
Okay. All right. Sports Guru.
What's the question? I'm sorry, I was reading.
We're talking about. I'm sorry because I know this is one you really don't care about. We're talking about the paper clippers of the Clippers and versus the Dallas Mavericks.
You know, okay, so that's interesting because you got what we were talking about with Luka and Trae Young, and Trae is not a top 5 player, but I do believe what you said. He's not a bum, and everybody always says like, oh, the trade is a landslide. No, it's not. You know, Luka's still got to prove it on the court, and this is what he has to do. He has to go out there and beat the Clippers. He got one game, so let's see him go out there and beat the Clippers. Let's see Trae go out there and do his thing and knock off the Knicks. And then we'll go from there. So I think Dallas can do it because I'm not a big believer in the Clippers, and I don't think this playoff Rondo bullshit. I mean, I think that's overrated. He didn't play that well during the regular season. They tanked to get the Dallas Mavericks. They were scared to win a game down the stretch, and that's gutless. So, like I said, I'm gonna go with Dallas and Luka. And like I said, I still do like what Trae's doing, and I think they're both going to be great young players. And ultimately, injuries and who's surrounding you will dictate how great a player you really are. So, Luka's going to have to prove it, and so because what's his name, Porzingis, oh my God, he's more brittle than the silly putty. I mean, come on. I mean, the guy can't never stay healthy. That's why part of the reason why they got rid of him.
Leave Embiid out of it.
No, we talk about Porzingis.
Yeah, Sharon, what you think?
You already know, Dennis, where I'm standing on this. I don't like Dallas or the Clippers. I don't like either team. Don't like Luka. People trying to call him Luka Legend and Legend Luka or Luka Legend.
Baby Bird.
Biting off Larry Bird. They
call him Baby Bird.
Yeah, I'm like, no, hell no, he's not. No,
I don't know why they call him. I don't even know why they call him.
Don't ever put his name in the same sentence with Larry Legend. No,
they don't even play the same.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what the hell is this? What the hell is going on? But more than anything, though, I hate them Clippers. and looking at them Clippers, them wannabes, wanna be a LA team. I think they're gonna get bounced in 5. So I got Dallas in 5. I think they're gonna skate away with 1 because Dallas is always bound to have an off game or 2.
Well,
I think they're gonna slide out with 1. So sorry, Karen. Even though I would delight in being wrong if they got swept.
If they got swept, I would run naked through the streets. When I tell you, I hate the Clippers. Like the way they got into the playoffs is just
y'all picking on hate though.
I think no, I'm not. I'm not picking on hate. I'm actually looking at what's happened with the Clippers. I'm not even going to go back to the bubble.
You got nerve.
Go based upon
right. Not anybody saying that, right?
Who?
You
what series did I pick on hate?
No, you hate on LeBron.
You pick on bias.
I picked the Lakers to win the series.
No. I said you pick on bias.
I picked on who?
You're biased. Your picks are biased.
No, I picked based on who I think is going to win. That's why I got the Lakers winning, or I would have them losing. I don't want them.
We know that.
Why every time it's my turn to talk, y'all bust out into a damn argument?
I picked all my predictions.
Can I have my say without all this back and forth? My say is the Clippers are going to go down in 5. Why? Not because I hate them, Czar. Not because of that. Not because they are some sorry ass wannabe team. Not because Tyronn Lue looks like a child on a basketball court and look like he don't even know what he's doing, like he's a shadow of himself since he coached at Cleveland. Not because of that. It's just because I don't believe they have what it takes to win. I don't. I believe that their culture is shot. I don't believe that they believe in themselves. I think playoff P is a myth. I think what's his name? Kawhi is not a leader, and the Clippers need a leader. There's no leadership on the team.
What about
There's
Rondo?
no leader.
They should have thought of that when they had Chris Paul.
What about Rondo?
They had a leader.
Just let her go.
Same thing that's wrong.
Go a little longer.
The same thing that's wrong with the Kings is what's wrong with the Clippers. They don't have a real leader to lead them out of this shit. Rondo, I got mad respect for Rondo. Ever since he left Boston, I've been rocking with Rondo. But he can't save a whole 15-man roster. He just can't do it. He good, but he can't save the Clippers. So I got Dallas in 5. Now.
I got Dallas
Carry
because
on.
Paul George don't show the fuck up.
He don't. That's what I'm saying. It's like there's something missing.
He ain't showed up since Indiana.
Right. So
when he ran his leg and broke his leg, he's been a totally different player since then. Like he's not that player that you want to take the last shot.
Let me just give my as y'all see my argument, so y'all gonna know why I'm saying what I'm saying. Clippers in 6. That's just straight like that. Clippers in 6.
All right, let me read these comments. I'm gonna read the comments. Okay, so remember when I was talking about I hate the play-in? Buck Flair says it stops team from losing on purpose. I said to him, I don't care about that. That is not the only answer. Pick teams out of a hat. I don't care. And then Buck Flair said Dame time. OG said cut the fuck up, sports guru. I think he was talking about Mr. Hargrove. Kellen said New York Knicks. OG said, wow, speaking facts. Nate, a better coach. Knicks, a better team. Buck Flair said John Collins and Trae Young play like they did first game. Could be trouble. Knicks in 7. Kellen said Knicks in 7. Josh said Knicks, gentlemen sweep. Adam said, yep, the Hawks beating the Knicks. That's right, Adam. My boy, shout out to Adam Aflagi. Buck Flair said Knicks play Hawks 31 times in a year. Knicks win 28 of these games and lose only 3. And OG laughed at you, Dennis, because you called him El Jabbarge. Buck Flair said Tom put coaches Nate. I don't know what that means. Adam says Luka is way better. Buck Flair said Luka is Hall of Famer now. And Kellen said, go ahead and tell him Ron Thomas about PG-13 in the playoffs.
I keep on saying it.
OG said, nice answer, Karen. Sweet. Kellen said, never heard of him. Because Buck Flair said, because we talking about Dallas, arguments happen. Blaze said, Clippers are beating the Mavs. Book it. Blaze, we got to talk. We don't agree on nothing. OG said, Kawhi Leonard never been a leader. Facts. Chuck Thomas said Sharon Rockin' Rondo. So now he's calling me Sharon Rockin' Rondo. No more names, Chuck. Just no more names for me. And then OG said, ask Greg Pop.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
All right. We're going to have to get to the other game in the East. This one will probably be fast.
Who playing?
They actually playing right now. They're getting their ass with Boston and Brooklyn. And I'm going to start this one off. I love Jason Tatum. Everybody knows that. So I had Boston winning 2 games. because I thought Kemba Walker would come alive and help out. Sharon told me I was wrong. Sharon told me Kemba ain't S. She was right. She's 100% right. 100% right. So it looked like Boston gonna get swept, but I still want them to win 2 games. That's where I'm at on it. Sports Guru, where you at?
Well, I'm right here in New York, okay? And the bottom line is the argument was made earlier this season, who owns New York? Well, the Knickerbockers sold out their tickets in less than 5 minutes. The Nets had to go to James Harden to give him buy one, get one half price, discount welfare style to get those tickets sold out there in Crooklyn, New York, which I was born at Kings County Hospital by then. So the bottom line is, yes, Brooklyn will win, but they're pathetic. They're a pathetic organization, a pathetic ass, dark ass arena, and what else is there to say? Dark. You can't hardly see in that motherfucker. I'm telling you, I've been there. I went to see Lebron there 2 or 3 times. Me and my daughter sat in some nice seats.
It is dark in there. Now that you say that, I ain't really paying attention. It is dark in that joint. Yeah, I ain't really. I'm sorry, Sharon. Yo, it is dark in there.
Mr. Hargrove, you know what? You own something tonight, man. You are just out. You are in rare form today.
He took the glasses off. He took them glasses off. Now he lit.
Yeah, lit. Stay lit, girl. Stay lit.
All right, eyebrows.
I have to.
Sexy eyebrows.
This is hard for me because I have to decide between a team that I hate almost as much as the University of Michigan. I hate the Boston Celtics with everything that's in me. I hate them more than I hate the Clippers. Then I have to choose between them and a team that has on this roster a player I hate more than any other player in the whole freaking NBA. And that's James Harden. I can't stand that dude. Can't stand him. Can't stand him. Don't want him to ever win nothing. So I'm torn between a hated team and a hated player. But the factor that saves me is I love Kevin Durant. So I got Brooklyn. I got Brooklyn in 4. But I still don't think that they're coming out the East, though. I don't think they're gonna come out the East. But I do know that they're gonna get past this first round. The talent is just too strong for Boston. Boston seems out of whack. Jaylen Brown is out. He was like their motor, and they just seem disjointed ever since he's been out. I love Jason Tatum. I'm like you, Dennis. He was my favorite player in that young draft when he was drafted, and I still like him. He's my favorite player on the Celtics, but I just think there's something missing. Somebody got to go. They're gonna have to blow that up. So Brooklyn sweeping.
All right. King Czar.
You gonna ask me? I got the champs 4-0. The champs 4-0. Book it. They're probably only gonna lose. They'll probably lose 3-4 games the entire playoffs.
Who the champs?
He got Brooklyn. The future champ. He's crowning dark ass Brooklyn.
The future champs. They'll probably lose 4 games total in the playoffs.
Are they gonna be able to see the championship? Because
they're gonna see it. They're gonna run through it. They're gonna drive through it. They're not coming out
the East. What you talking about?
Watch.
I don't think they're gonna beat the Bucks.
Watch.
I don't think they're gonna beat the Bucks.
Okay.
Please don't eat them cheese fries. I was sick for a month.
I love cheese fries.
Not theirs.
Go eat them
Wiener Schnitzel. Wiener Schnitzel.
Go eat in Brooklyn.
Oh my goodness.
Right. Like I was for a whole month.
Rashawn.
Wow.
Ron and Sean.
I got Brooklyn because I don't trust Boston Celtics head coach Brad Stevens. I don't trust him. You gotta do better, and he had not showed me shit.
Okay, what you got, Rashawn?
Oh shit. I like Sharon. I do like James Harden. Ironically, Kyrie and James Harden were like my favorite players a while back. But I'm going with the Nets. Gentleman sweep. I believe Jason Tatum. I like Jason Tatum too, believe it or not. I believe he pulls out one, though. I don't think Jason Tatum gets swept. I think he pulls out at least one game. So I'm going with a gentleman sweep 4-1 Nets.
Okay. Karen.
I just don't see it. I'm sorry. They don't have Jaylen Brown. They don't have Terry. They don't have Gordon Hayward. Like, they just don't have enough to beat the Nets. And one thing about the Nets, they may not play defense, but they got 3 guys over there that can score 40, 50 points by themselves. So you're not going to beat them offensively. And they just don't match up with them directly. They just, Marcus Smart and the guys they got, they just don't have enough to beat them. I think they're going to get swept. I don't like James Harden and the way he left the Rockets in shambles. I don't like the way he left. I don't like Kevin Durant because of the way he left OKC. I genuinely like Kyrie because I think he thinks more outside of basketball than any other player in the league other than LeBron. So for me, I like him, and that's enough for me to not necessarily cheer for them. But I mean, Boston don't have any, unless Larry Bird gonna strap it up and come out there and score 40, 50 for them. They just not gonna win. And I like Brad Stevens as a coach. I think he should have left when that Indiana job came open, and that would have been his best way to leave Boston because they on the down end, and I don't think anything's going to redeem them in this series or for the next couple of years.
All right. I got everybody. So let me go to this next game, which was one of my favorite games of the whole weekend, baby. Goddamn, boy. I was so excited to see Utah play Memphis because the Memphis Grizzlies and Ja Morant is making a statement. The time is now. Had to play in the play-in, beat the Spurs, beat Golden State, goes to Utah, beats Utah with his sidekick, Dylan Brooks, a.k.a. Michael Jackson.
A.k.a.
a.k.a. Prince and the Revolution.
I want to be your lover.
They was giving them boys diamonds and pearls.
I just started.
I just got Memphis. I got Memphis in this series in 6. I'm gonna give it to every boy and that girl. But anyway, Jay Will,
what's good?
who you got in the Memphis Utah series?
Man, I was just stopping by to say hello to y'all, man.
Jay, what up, Big J?
I'm chilling, man.
Oh, he got the Golden State shit on. Ain't that some shit?
No. I guess I'll roll with Memphis, man. I'll roll with Memphis.
Oh, my bad. And as Ernest just said, OG, Jesse Johnson is he said Jesse Johnson is John Morant.
Will, you got Memphis in how many games?
I'll say 6.
Oh, what's that? King's on. What you got, King's
I got Utah in 6.
Okay. What you got, Karen?
Man, I gotta go with Spider-Man. I gotta go with Utah. Like, he's gonna
what Spider? I ain't seen no fucking Spiders. They ain't playing in that. What Spider? Seen the fucking Spider?
He wanted to play game 1. I'm just saying.
Listen, there's a difference between 1, 2, and being there. I ain't seen no fucking Spider.
He looked real hype on the bench. Looked like nothing was bothering him. Just saying they should have let him play, and they won a loss. So
she said,
I'm going. I'm going them in 6.
She said, "Spider." Rashawn,
I'm just saying, gonna shoot that web.
My nephew be shooting that web. There's a spider bike right over this motherfucker. That shit broke. Like spider. Motherfucker, bro, I'm gonna show you. Go ahead, Rashawn, go ahead. I'm gonna show you this bike. Motherfucker's broke.
Go ahead, Rashawn.
If Donovan Mitchell played, then of course Utah. Utah in 6 if Donovan Mitchell play. If he don't, then John Moran in 6.
Oh man, Sports Guru.
Well, even though I hate Greenberg and he's right from this area, Mr. Spider himself, I still gotta go with Utah in 6. And yeah, no question. I mean, hey, look, great job by the coach. He's done a great job for Memphis. Unlike Luke Walton, but I really like what he's done with those youngsters. Great job, and I think they got a bright future. But I can't see them beating them, and if that happens, man, hey man, all bets are off. But yeah, Utah's got to win this one. 6 and if 7, man, hey man, obviously, that's a tough game 7, but I still would take Utah.
Okay, all right, Sharon.
Yes. You want to hear my opinion? You actually want to hear my opinion?
I don't know. Every time you talk, a fight break out. So I don't know.
I know. I'm scared to talk. I'm
What'd you
really
say,
scared.
Sharon?
I'm really scared to talk.
What did you say, Sharon?
I got Utah in 6.
That's what I got.
I got Utah in 6. The reason I have Utah in 6 is because they do have playoff pedigree. And when you have two similarly set up teams or whatever, you kind of give an edge to a team that's had some playoff experience. And I don't think anybody on Memphis has that. They might. Somebody might have one year or something, but I love John Morant. That year that they came out in the draft, I felt like he was in the top 3. I put him over Zion. I just felt like he was going to be a better player than Zion.
Those are the top.
That's how much I love John Morant, and so I just think he's that dude. And our friend and colleague, Mr. Dennis Holmes, keeps talking about his time is now. I don't think his time is now to take over the league. He's not going to be Steph Curry this year or next season, but he's definitely on his way, and he has the upside to be one of the best ever to play the game. However, he plays on a team that he cannot carry right now. He cannot carry them past the Utah Jazz, I don't believe. As much as I don't like the Jazz as a team, I have to hand the edge to them, so I got them in 6.
That's what's up. They got a song out there. They'll be like, if you are what you say you are, a superstar, have no fear. The camera's here. And he is a superstar.
Lord have mercy.
That's just me, baby. But, Ryan, we ready for your hot topics, man.
Do you think Urban Meyer will get the Jaguars to the playoffs this year?
Hell to the no. To the no.
Do you think Stevie Wonder can see?
Yes. No, I do believe he can see a little bit. I believe he can.
I think they
I believe it's a tad bit blurry.
He's been playing for 60 years. He's been playing.
No. He's been blind. He just hasn't been black light blind. That's all.
He can see shadows.
Right.
I think they got a chance. I think they're gonna be a surprise, and they can potentially win 8 games.
Oh, King Zarbo, you be drinking milk.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Malibu.
Dennis, rattle off who else is in their division with Jacksonville. Who else is in that division with Jacksonville?
You got the Houston Texans, which their quarterback right now is going through a lawsuit with 22. Is it 23? 24? 25?
31.
How many women back there? 26?
They ain't gonna hear that case. So no, they're not gonna hear that case.
Wait. I'm still counting these hoes. Hold up.
They're not gonna hear that case till next year. He wants to trade.
He ordered massages like fucking Ubers.
He wants to trade.
He got a Tiger Woods.
This motherfucker ordered massages like
Tiger Woods.
I'm just saying.
Dennis, what's the other teams in the doggone division?
Wait a minute. Somebody don't nobody quote me on this, but somebody told me that after Carson Wentz lost that basketball game yesterday against his teammate, he got injured. Now I couldn't do nothing but laugh.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
I
Don't
thought
do
that
that
was
man
funny.
like that.
Now I said, don't quote me, but that was funny. I don't care what nobody say. He been injured last week.
Answer the
I can laugh,
question.
brother.
That's messed up.
Get to the list.
And then you got my Tennessee Titans, which I'm a newborn fan of Tennessee, and they about to make that trade and go get Julio. Boy, it's gonna be bad.
So he gonna be a sideline coach?
No, I ain't gonna be that
I'm
close.
just saying.
So you
I'm
got
gonna be a cheerleader though.
Jacksonville, Tennessee,
Indianapolis.
Houston,
Indianapolis.
and Indianapolis.
The Colts
And
coming out of
Carson
that
Wentz.
And
division.
you saying that you don't believe that the Jaguars can make it to the playoffs at all?
Nope.
Is that what you saying?
Nope.
That's what I said.
Not with Urban Meyer.
Yep.
I
What
think
college
He
coach
ain't
comes
got
in
nothing to
and
do
just
with Urban
dominates
Meyer.
the NFL?
It do
Whoa.
got a lot to do with Urban Meyer.
Not my decision, though.
Mine does.
All
Mine
right,
do.
Tebow gonna be
what's
playing
everybody
quarterback.
else's opinion? Dennis said
That
no.
Tim Tebow gonna be playing quarterback.
Karen said no. Who else saying no?
I said no.
Sharon.
No. Okay. Who
No, I
else?
said head to the motherfucker no.
All right. Who else said
I'll
hell?
tell you right now.
No.
Me.
If Tim Tebow play quarterback, they go into the playoffs.
What? Over Trevor Lawrence? Man,
Anyway, I ain't listening to Sean. J. Will, are they going to the playoffs or not?
They might make it. They might
What you
squeak in
think?
there.
What about you, Czar?
same thing. I got them as my surprise team and right on the edge. I can't say yes or no, but I can see them making as a
What
wild
about
card.
you, Mr. Hargrove? What you got?
Hell no. They ain't making no damn playoffs.
Mm. All right.
What they saying, Ron? What they saying, Atlanta?
Whoa.
I just think they have a chance. I think they have a chance given the
My damn
division that
blast.
they're in. I really do. I don't have a lot of faith. I don't have that faith in the Texans like Dennis do. I don't have faith in the Texans.
I mean, based on history, college
Titans,
coaches
the
do not
Titans,
come in
Tim
and
Tebow.
just dominate the NFL.
I
Like,
don't have
they
faith
do
in the Titans.
terrible. They do terrible in the
Tim
NFL.
You can't have too much faith in the Texans now without Watson.
No, she meant the Titans.
I got faith in
Hold up,
Tim
I'm still
Tebow.
counting these girls.
I don't have faith in neither one of them teams, to be honest.
Okay. My next question. What NBA team had all the talent but cannot win a championship?
The Clippers.
Tell them sports guru.
The Clippers.
No, wrong team.
I agree with
You were
that.
supposed to say, where Brooklyn at? That's what you were supposed to say.
Yeah, well, that's true. You got me. Yes,
I mean, I would have to say the
screwed that
Sixers
one
too.
up. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?
They only been together. Well, they ain't been together a year.
I'm talking about in the past.
Thank you.
Oh, in the
Clippers.
past?
The
Not
In
Sixers.
just
the past.
There's a lot of them motherfuckers in the past.
OKC.
Clippers.
OKC's at the top.
Huh?
OKC was at the top when they had Westbrook and Harden and Ibaka and Durant.
Mhm.
Like, they should have won. Even
Right.
when they had Durant and Westbrook, they should have
Right.
won. The year before Durant snaked his way to Golden State.
Then
No.
who else?
Westbrook is not a team.
What?
What?
Westbrook's
So
not a
somebody got
team
cut off.
player. You hear what I said?
No,
We
we
can't
ain't
hear
heard
what
you
you're
Westbrook's
saying.
not a team player.
You need
We
to
ain't
get you some
heard
better
nothing.
Wi-Fi, dog.
You cut
We
out.
can't hear
Like,
you.
Westbrook's better than that Wi-Fi.
You got that right.
they were a game with them winning over Golden State when Golden State beat them. They were
Right.
a game
But they-
away. They were the
That was-
closest.
They were up 3-1.
Yeah, and they should have won. And then Durant went to Golden
Kevin
State the
Durant
next year.
scary ass got scared and didn't want to finish the business next year.
Well, he's a cupcake.
No.
Okay, my next Dennis. Do you think any backup quarterback will start in the NFL, and for who and what team?
I mean, it depends on who you call it. There's a couple of competitions right now. Are we talking about that?
You asking if a
Nick Foles
backup
on the coach.
will start?
Yeah.
If they start, then they're not a backup.
No,
So what
what
do you
I'm
mean?
saying, like when a quarterback get injured, who you
Oh.
think will get injured and that backup will come in?
Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance.
Whoever
Yes.
is the
Nick
backup
Foles
on
on
the
the Colts.
Jets. Whoever the backup on the Jets.
Rashawn?
Nick Foles on the Colts.
The
Sports
backup, the
guru.
backup for the Colts, the backup for the 49ers, the backup for the Jets,
Backup for the Panthers.
the backup for the Rams. Is it the Rams? Not the
Ooh.
Rams. Not the Rams. The
Detroit?
Chargers. The
What?
Chargers.
You think that
Wow.
Backup for the Jags.
No.
Who's the quarterback for the Chargers are?
Justin Herbert.
Well, that's not who I mean. Then I mean the Rams then.
Matt Stafford.
That's the one.
Stafford's a veteran though. He should be able to stay in there.
He's the most injured veteran. He's
He
always
He does get
injured.
hurt.
Right.
So whoever his backup is,
Ron, I'm
I'm
gonna hurt your
calling.
feelings. The Falcons.
I'm calling them.
I don't care.
The Falcons.
Dallas.
Oh, I didn't say nothing. Why you bringing up my team? She brought them up. Why you going at me?
Just saying the
Dallas?
Falcons.
He gonna bring up my team because she called out Atlanta.
I'm just saying, if y'all
That's
trade
messed
for
up,
the
Brian.
But you know what? Wait a minute, you cannot say that because Matt Ryan had not been hurt since
He actually does play most of his games. I give him that.
Yeah,
Julio don't
that's
wanna
why
play there, though.
I'm not agreeing with Atlanta.
He's getting up there in
He
age,
doesn't
but
get
he
hurt.
has
He
played
don't
a
get
lot.
injured much.
they
Right.
haven't drafted his replacement yet.
They
So
haven't.
somebody gonna take over, and Julio don't even want to play there no more.
Okay.
Julio said, "I'm out of there."
Oh, I got a good one. Miami.
Mm.
Okay. My next question. Do you think the NBA is red today?
Nah.
Yes,
So
because LeBron should have sat out because he was at that party and could have exposed everybody to COVID.
I don't
And they
think
didn't
that's
make
a
him sit
reason,
out
though.
because he's a face of the NBA. Any other player, even Lou Williams, had to sit out games. They made Schroeder sit out games. They made everybody else the entire season sit out games. But because it's LeBron, they're not gonna do that.
Lou Williams had to go pick up some wings.
I don't think that's rigging though.
Like, what I mean, like, the referee don't call foul.
Yeah, I don't think that's rigging. I think that's just more like preferential treatment, but I don't think it's rigging.
I think Golden State fans would say that
Would say what?
Hey, what?
because of those referees that they won in 15 against. So some Golden State fans might say that they feel as though they rigged.
You mean when Cleveland won?
I don't.
No, those referees that they're 1 in 15 against. When these two referees coach their game, they're 1 in 15 against them.
Got you.
I forgot the referee's name right now.
I don't remember their names either, but I remember seeing their pictures. I remember who they are. But yeah, I never buy into that conspiracy theory that the whole league is rigged and the team wins if they decide that they want to win at the beginning of the season and they make sure everything goes a certain way. I'm not buying any of that bull crap. No.
Wait a minute. I'm buying it because it was a referee
Right.
betting on games.
Was it
Yeah.
what's the
One
name?
time.
Donahue
So?
or something? Yeah,
Right.
I
Yeah,
remember.
something like
Yeah,
that.
he went to jail for that.
Right.
He
So
went to
that
jail.
let me.
He
No, I
backed up.
think there's some
Who doing it
referees.
now?
Wait a
That's the
minute.
difference. There's a difference of being NBA rigged versus the referee getting paid off.
That's what I said. Nobody want to listen to me.
Well, the thing is, Ryan, you did ask the question, do you think the NBA is rigged today?
I don't think it's
You did
rigged.
say that.
Right.
You
And-
did
and
say
my
that.
answer is
Right.
no.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Dennis.
Yeah,
It's
I already
not-
said I don't think so.
It's not rigged until somebody can show me it is. You show me it is, then all right.
All right, let's go to Vegas.
Nah, she ain't going to Vegas. She don't.
I ain't going to Vegas.
You got the wrong girl to
You're
take
the
you
wrong
Vegas.
girl. If you heard my opinion on the whole Spets boarding and all that shit, I hate it. I hate all of it. And
How good.
I said 3 years ago it's going to affect the outcome of professional sports, and nobody wanted to listen to me.
They putting teams in Vegas though now.
And I
The
see it
Raiders
right
gonna be
now.
there.
I see it. I can see it.
They got a
It's
hockey
already
team
affected
there.
the game.
Okay, they
good.
supposed to go there.
How good you think Tim Tebow will be at tight end? Average.
Does the word boo boo come to mind?
I think he's gonna be top 20
Oh,
tight
what?
end.
Wow.
Top 20.
I think it's a
Dennis,
sideshow.
wait a
He
minute,
wouldn't have got
Dennis,
that job if it
you
wasn't for
drinking
Urban
right
Meyer.
now, Dennis.
I'm gonna laugh when Tebow goes over the middle and get his quarterback ass popped and is out for the year. That's what I'm gonna laugh
Yeah,
at.
he like getting hit, so I don't know if that's
Now, it's no tight end, you know.
he like getting hit.
Okay, and 6 years out of the league, we're gonna see.
I think
We're gonna
he's 8 years
see.
out of the league.
Somebody
When
go
these big
mollywop him.
linebackers and safeties pop his ass, we're gonna see how much he like
He
getting hit.
gonna get
Lulu,
mollywop.
how good you think Tebow will be this year?
I don't think he's gonna be that good.
They don't hit that hard no more.
I just don't.
They don't hit
But
that hard.
No, they penalize. They still hit. They just get penalized.
Let me just clean this up before
And Tebow gonna get hit. There's a lot of people upset.
the reason why LeBron James was not suspended is because everyone at the event had either a clean COVID test or was vaccinated. So that's the difference between Schroeder and other people who have had to sit out. It's called contact tracing, and he probably shouldn't have not gone to the event. And he's LeBron, so he's going to do what he want to do. But those are the reasons why, from a health standpoint, clean COVID test in terms of non-positive, and also the fact that anyone at the event had to produce a vaccination. So that's the difference, Karen.
You knew
You
he was
stick
gonna,
up for your son.
You knew he was gonna clean that.
It just don't make no sense.
You knew he was gonna clean that shit up for his son.
I just don't understand. You
Look at him smiling like the Joker.
Even when he jumped in and
son.
acted like he got shot the other night when Chris Paul went for the rebound, you would defend that too, wouldn't you?
Well, it was a dirty play by my man Chris.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
It was a dirty play.
It was not dirty.
Karen, come on now.
Come on now.
Yes, it was, Karen.
Come on now.
Yes, it was.
It
If Patrick Beverly had done that to LeBron, people would be all over it. That was dirty. That was dirty. That was dirty. But because it was CP3, you gonna say it wasn't? Chris Paul has been a dirty player since high school.
Yeah.
LeBron acts like someone has killed him every single play. He's down for 2-3 minutes, covering his face, crying.
The problem is he's the boy that cried wolf. So when he really does get injured, this is what you think.
When does that happen?
What I'm saying. We don't know. This is what I'm saying.
One year he did get
injured.
One year he was with the Lakers, he did get injured. Surprised the shit out of me.
You never seen
this
Michael.
Is what I'm saying.
You never seen Jordan or Kobe do this.
He's really injured.
Oh, Michael Jordan acted like he died when he had the flu. Remember
Jordan
that?
and Kobe never did.
Here we go.
He had the flu though.
I'm not going to this. Can we hold on? Can we?
I got a fever.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to take Dennis. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna leave it like this. Ron, what's the next question?
Okay.
Remember when I told you last night?
I know. That's why I didn't take the bait.
Who is
the over there?
Who is the worst owner in the NBA right now?
Nolan.
Go ahead, sports guru. Tell him.
Probably Dolan.
James
people
Dolan.
hate him.
That's what it is.
They probably hate him.
But he might get his mojo back.
But we ain't never won the championships.
I think it. To me, I think management wise is them Chicago Bulls.
I think
we just got a whole new management.
Wait a minute.
This is their first year. You're right. They're gone.
I got one more. The
if
Cavs.
You didn't know, they're gone. We just replaced
Cavs.
them.
Yeah, Cavs is in there too.
The Cavs.
Don't start Dennis on the Cavs. I mean,
What about Orlando? What about Orlando?
No.
Nah, I don't think Orlando's bad.
I
think
the
question was owner, right? Not management. Owner.
Yeah, you said owner. Yeah, you ain't say management.
I go with the Clippers.
Hey Ron, what's your Kwame question?
Wow. Next question.
Y'all ready to talk about Kwame Brown?
Oh yeah.
Y'all ready to talk about mixtape Kwame?
It's almost 10 o'clock. We ain't got time.
We gotta get to the.
All right, my last question. Will you watch the next Wilder fight?
Yes.
Oh hell yeah! I'm watching.
No.
I think I honestly think because he has a new trainer.
I'm not sure I'm gonna pay $100.
Oh hell
Why you
no!
watching
That's
that movie?
crazy.
I'm only OG. I'm only paying $9.99.
I'll
I
be
ain't
over.
watching that
I'll
mess.
be over, Dennis.
No. You was talking shit about my cable. Talking
No.
It's
shit
gonna be
about my
30
$9
seconds.
cable.
Hey, my boy gonna text
No,
me that who.
my fault. It's $9.00. I'm sorry
Hey,
about
my
that.
boy gonna text me who won. We're gonna be 30 seconds behind.
Exactly.
LOL.
Czar, his
Matter.
stuff gonna
I ain't mad
freeze.
about it.
You ain't
Oh
gonna find
well.
out who wins for 15 minutes.
Right. I paid $9. OG said he ain't paying $100 for it. I got the same quality he got. I'm just 30 seconds behind. Holla
No,
at me.
you don't, Dennis. You
Same
got to
quality.
clap. Then your
Sharon
phone
ain't
come
paying for
on
none
and
of
It's
you
that.
like
watch.
15
Sharon
minutes
ain't watching it.
behind. Yeah. By the
Sharon ain't
time
watching it.
the fight is over, by the time you see it.
Listen, if I just want to see somebody beat up somebody, I can just go outside. I ain't gotta pay nobody. I ain't gotta
Bro, what
do
kind of
nothing. I ain't
neighborhood is
gotta
this?
travel. All I gotta do is go
She don't
outside
like
and watch
boxing.
some people
She don't like
down there on the
boxing.
corner
She don't
and
like
they can
boxing.
fight.
You ain't gonna watch Mayweather fight
Hell
Jake Paul?
no.
She don't like boxing.
She
It
don't
don't
like
matter who you
boxing.
say.
No.
Pacquiao
It
coming
don't
back
matter
with
what
fight.
you say. If
I'm
you
gonna watch
told
Pacquiao.
both
her
of them.
it was gonna put some serious money in her pocket, you may get her for a little bit, but then after that she may talk. I don't feel like
If it's
watching this
gonna put money in my pocket, but
shit.
if it's taking money out, oh hell no.
There's a ton of fights coming up. Pacquiao
Oh,
about to
hell
get in the
no.
ring.
Hell no.
Everybody.
Who cares? It
All
ain't no
those
real
fights are
fight.
good.
I'm gonna
Fake
watch all
ass.
them
Those fights
fights,
are
You
good.
gonna watch them?
all of them that come out, and all I'm paying is $9.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Hit me up
You
after the
send
show.
me
Let
that
me know I can
$9.
get that $9
Uh,
discount.
well, I'll give you
You
that. This
send
the
it to
same
me.
$9 that I pay to watch my cable. It's only $9 a month.
Send it to me.
I ain't sending it to you. You ain't messing my cable up.
Just send it to me.
That cable be off.
Right. Like
Send it to me
I'm sending
though.
you what you got better than my $9 cable. Let me,
Don't
I'm
you
gonna talk
worry
to you all
about
night.
that. You send me that $9 and you'll find out.
The
Oh
TV gonna say
Lord,
no signal.
oh Lord, well,
How
listen,
about that?
this show just got X-rated, and I wasn't ready.
That was not. See, that's where your mind is at.
Wow.
That's where your mind at.
All right, well,
But
what you got? You done, Ron?
yeah.
How much time we got left? Let me see.
It's
Oh no, we
10:01.
bought out. All right, well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We had all our guests on here in the building, from the sports guru to the chocolate lady to Karen to King Czar to my co-host Ryan Thomas. To everybody that watched and to all the people that's listening in the morning and watching us on YouTube, thank you. Please subscribe to the YouTube. Please subscribe to the Spotify. Make sure you check out Did You Hear What Chocolate Said? Make sure
Did
you
you hear
also
what
go
Chocolate
check out
said?
the Sports Guru. I listened to him while I was on vacation. This guy is hilarious. You got to start listening to the Sports
Hilarious.
Guru. He is hilarious, all right? But again, thank y'all for coming out. God bless.
Have
Good
a
night.
good
Have a
night.
good night.
Love, peace,
Peace.
and chocolate.